Right, hi one and all. I'm home. It's 20 to 9 now. I've been home probably about 3/4 of an hour. Fed the boys, made myself a cup of tea, I've just settled down. I've thrown a duvet over my legs. I'm shattered. It was fantastic, absolutely fantastic. Still got my dress on. I haven't had the energy to go upstairs and get changed yet, but I will do. It was a really, really good ceremony. It was really good. The weather was really dodgy. We turned up, we were ushered into the garden, and the wedding was in the garden at the back of a place called Kentwall Hall in Long Melford. And so it was all dependent on the weather. Had it rained, there was a option of taking the wedding inside undercover, but because they decided they wanted to have it outside, it was all a case of keep your fingers crossed that it doesn't rain. We were so lucky. We sat there waiting for the bride to turn up, and it started to spit. Everybody started getting their umbrellas and coats on again, and then it blew over again. So sun came out, it warmed up again, and the bride arrived. The ceremony itself was really good. It was excellent. The registrar right at the beginning told us that once they start the wedding, that they can't stop, they've got to carry it on. So they said if it does suddenly start to rain, we have got to either put umbrellas and coats on and sit there and watch it, or grab your chairs and shoot. There was a small awning beside us. They said you can go underneath the awning and shelter from the rain, but they had to carry on and do the wedding regardless of the weather. So we were so lucky it didn't rain. So the ceremony went really well. We all sat in the garden. It went on quite a while after the actual wedding ceremony because the photos started. Little groups were gathered up to have photos. I was involved in some of those photos. So that would be quite interesting if I see some of those. I took loads of photos myself, but most of those I won't be putting on my YouTube channel, guys, obviously because some people don't want to have their pictures on YouTube, so that's fine. But I'll sneak a few little shots in there for you. So it was really good. After that, I went for a little walk around the gardens, and I put a couple of videos on already where I was wandering around the gardens. Went around the building as well. Very, very pretty place. It's one of those places, if you hit the weather right, it would be a spectacular day. Unfortunately, the day we were there today, the weather was very hit and miss. So after the ceremony in the garden, we walked around to, I was told it was going to be a marquee, but it's more like an outdoor area where you go and sit under little canopies, and there's tables like pub tables set out in the garden, that sort of thing. So we sat there. There was names against each seat, so you had a position to go and sit down. So I went and sat there, but it was quite cold. It was shaded and it was quite breezy, and that really took the edge off it. And my poor mum was freezing, so I gave her my coat, and she was sat there with my coat wrapped around her. She found somebody gave her a car rug as well, so she had the car rug over her legs, my coat wrapped around her, and she was frozen. My poor mum was absolutely frozen. Anyway, we stayed there, had the meal, then they'd done the speeches, and then after the speeches they were going on to do a disco, which was going to be upstairs and outside. There was a choice of two parts to it. But my parents needed to come home because they were cold and they were tired. They didn't want to be there for the evening do, and I had to come back for my dogs. So I've come home and fed my dogs. I'm not going back this evening. There's not many people there I actually know because they're all youngsters and I don't know any of them. And they're all in pairs, so there's no point in me standing there like a lemon. So I'm not going back this evening, but I'm going to have a good day tomorrow because I'm going to go and see my auntie tomorrow. I'm off to Cambridge tomorrow. I'm going to the Bottisham Museum, which is a Second World War airfield just outside Cambridge, and they've got an open day there, so I'm going to go to that tomorrow. And I hope, just got my fingers crossed, that the weather's going to be nice. If it is nice, I'll have a dress on. If it's not nice, then it'll be probably something like jeans and a leather jacket or a denim jacket or something like that. But we'll have to wait and see what the weather does. So I've rambled on long enough. I've still got my my dress on. I put it's like a little cardi. I don't know what you do call it. You guys might know what it's called, but it's really nice. It just keeps the shoulders warm. I did try a cardi on first, but the cardi didn't look anything special, so I took that off. So I got this on instead. The dress stayed up a treat. So yes, nothing fell out, which is what I was worried about. I was worried about things falling out. So there you go. So dress stayed up, as you can see. That's beautiful. It's my figure hugging dress, another one of my figure hugging dresses. It comes just to the knees. I don't know if I can turn the camera around and stand up for you guys, give you a better shot. If I tip the camera that way, you can have a look. Oh, there you go. Right. Okay. Oh. Oh, I'm sorry, I haven't set the camera up very well there, have I? There, is that better? There you go. There you go. How's that? There you go. So, yes, that's what I was sporting at the wedding today. I haven't got my shoes on now. The shoes came off as soon as I came in the front door. They got all muddy when I walked back to the car park to take my parents home. They got all muddy, so I've had to wash those. But yes, I wore shoe number 3 and they were very comfortable. I must admit, I was relieved to get them off though. I don't think I could have done another evening session in those because my feet were aching. But anyway, I'm going to sign out because I'm rambling on now. But I just thought I'd better send you some messages. I'm sorry I didn't send them this afternoon when the party was going on, but I had absolutely no signal. I couldn't get any signal out, so I couldn't download anything. So I've done most of it now since I've got home. So sorry about that. But anyway, I'm going to sign out now. I'll leave you all to it and I shall speak to you later. Okay, bye-bye.